सत श्री अकाल बेटा जी इस वीडियो में डिस्कस करते हैं रिवाइवल ऑफ हाइगन्स थ्योरी। हाइगन ने जो हमें वेव मॉडल दिया है कि लाइट वेव की तरह काम करती है, ये एक मेंटल मॉडल रह गया। देखिए उसकी लड़ाई थी न्यूटन से, जिसने पार्टिकल थ्योरी दी। लाइट इस तरह से एक रे की तरह आएगी, रिफ्लेक्ट हो जाएगी, एंड ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट वेव फ्रंट्स, ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट सेकेंडरी वेवलेट्स। तो इसके जो आइडियाज थे, बिकॉज ही वाज नॉट अ बिग थिंग, वर डिसमिस्ड। सैड स्टोरी। बट क्या ये आइडिया हमेशा दबे रहेंगे? नहीं। So see, Huygens gave this idea in 1678. At that time, Newton was more popular, so his idea got dismissed. It is a sad ending, right? His ideas were just taken as mere theory. कि सिर्फ बात है करने की. But after some time, or how much time? Our 100 and 200 years, around 1800s, a young person come. A young person, जिसका नाम complete है Thomas Young. And he does an experiment. Like what he does is he keeps these two gaps, we call them slits. Let me show you properly. Yeah, so he does that, and he shines a light from here, like laser light, right? And if you ask Newton, if you put a screen like this, how much light will come here, where the bright spots will be? So the answer will be, from Newton's perspective, that light will be go straight, you will get here the spots. So let's say if I am shining a blue laser here, right? So the light is coming through here, blue light. So because we have gaps here, light will pass through straight and hit the screen here, and we should have two bright spots. So according to this famous guy, Newton, this should happen. But this is not true. That's been found out. The pattern was not like this. There were no two dark, bright fringes, which we also, in common sense, it looks like that. So the water is going like a particle, it should go straight and hit here. And we should get two here bright spots. But that does not happen. Because this experiment has two slit, so this will be also called a double slit experiment. And who did that? Young. So together we can say it is Young's double slit experiment. Now let's see what he found out. So again, see, Huygens was not able to do any experiments. So this guy, after 200 years around, he did this experiment. So he gave validity that Newton is wrong. Light is not behaving purely as ray or particle. It is behaving like a wave, as Huygens said. So what happened? Like the wave fronts. Now we are talking about Huygens principle. So the light is coming as waves, right? The waves is going up and down. So this is the, like for example, the crests you are seeing. Like you're on the beach, you see, the waves of water like that. And trough also, I'm just drawing with these dotted lines. Right? So what will happen? This ray, I can draw. Newton says the ray will go like that. Like direct, and it shows the direction of the wave front. So remember, this is the wave front of that green laser. Okay, let me change the color. So this is green laser. We are shining two double slits. Okay, so now what will happen? This will hit this surface. So this part will be cancelled out, right? This part will be cancelled out. This part also will hit the flat surface, also will get cancelled out, and this also will get cancelled out. But if you see this part, right, it can move ahead. So it can pass through this slit, right? So what will happen? So let's start Huygens. So Huygens will say, if this wavefront has reached here, it will create its own secondary wavelet. So now how we can draw that? So I'm just roughly drawing it. So the blue, it will start like this. And now what will happen? Other side also will happen like that. Yeah. So think about like water. So if water is there and here is a boundary, right? So the water will spread out, right? Water will go every direction, not straight, right? Not like Newton. So now let me draw another wavelet. What will happen in the future? And now you will get the point when I will draw this. The other slit wave crest is meeting a crest. So if we go on drawing like this, I will do that in my uh, copy so that you can draw it along. But here I'm just giving you a rough idea what can happen. So if you see, now we are getting some pattern here. Here, 2 points, if you see, the crest are meeting the crest. So that is why if we were putting a screen, you must have seen in the video. Let me put a black screen instead. Yeah, so this is the black screen C. So we have shown up the blue light. The blue light has created two ripples, and they are interfering with each other like a wave. So in front of these points, you will see here the bright spot. Can you see other points also? Right here also you will see. So if you draw it more, I will do it in copy. You will see a bright spot here and bright spot here. And what is happening in between? Nothing. You are not able to see any light here. So you're seeing the dark spot or black spots. So here, what is happening actually is constructive interference is happening where our crest and crest are meeting. And what about these blank spaces? Here, the destruction of waves is happening. So destruction interference is happening. And we will understand like how constructive and destructive interferences are happening with drawing. So let's draw and understand this pure logically. So we need to draw a simple line here. I'm keeping a copy like this. So let me draw like this. This is my Hindi copy line. Hope you can see this. Yeah. So now keep it straight perpendicular to these lines. Okay. And now I will draw 2 points. One is this. And now I'm going 1, 2. I'm leaving 3 lines and another dot then. Okay. So that is what this is. You can draw any gap, but I'm just keeping gap of 3 Hindi lines. Okay. So now what will happen is light will come, like our green laser light will come from this side. It will hit this, and these dots we can consider them as slit, very very small. You are not able to see even where the gap is. It is so small. So now what will happen? That light will come through these small holes or slits, and now we will draw their wave patterns, how they will look like. So for that, I'll be using this compass, and I will put my nib here at this point where the first slit is, and I will measure it equal to 2, right? Length of 2, and I will draw this. So this is what the crest of my first right side slits wave will look like, right? So this is the crest, one crest. What about other? Of course, other side will also work. So this will also will match, right? As if now they are not met, right? You are able to see this point, but they are not cut each other properly. But you will see what will happen next. Now the water is flowing like that, right? Light is spreading like water as a wave. And these are the parts which are the crest, the top part of the wave. Now what happens after that? Let's see, let me draw another crest. So if it was 2, the difference was 2 in the copy lines, I will make it 4 and I will draw this. So can you see this? So this is kind of diagram we are getting. Now, if I try to draw the left side slits crests like that, can you see one point where this one, right, where the crest and crest are meeting? They have started meeting, right? And again, see here also I got one point. So we are getting now interesting points where crest of one wave is meeting the crest of other wave. Crest of one wave is meeting crest of other wave. Okay, why to stop here? Let's go 4 to 6. Was 4, then I'll go more 2 and I will draw this. Yeah. So if you see again, new points I'm getting where crest and crest are meeting. And here again the crest are meeting. So I'm getting that kind of pattern. Yeah, it cannot be perfect, right? We are using compass, but you got the point. Here, what is happening through these slits when our light is coming to like that, right? It meets an obstacle, but due to this small fine slit, light passes through. But it is not passing at straight line. It is spreading. It is spreading like a wave. And if we see here, we are seeing the pattern. If you see this point here, the crest of one wave is meeting other. What happens? So let's revise what happens if here is a crest of one wave and I put another wave, let me use different color, which is just on top of each other. Crest is meeting crest, right? So what will happen? It will get amplified. It will get double the amplitude like that, right? So this is what will happen. The light will combine here in a way, such a way so that its brightness increases. So that is why if light is coming from, let's say, here, so we will get on the screen, let's say this is the green screen, and you will get bright spots only here because you see in front of that points all crests are meeting each other. Can you see others bright spot also? So see this point, crest and crest are meeting. See this point, crest and crest are meeting. So if you see like this here also, as light will propagate bit up, you can make more and more circles. You will get more points. You'll get a point here also, and you will get the darker, the brighter spot here. And similarly, here this side also crest and crest, crest and crest. Yeah, and here I will get the brighter spot again. So the light, let's say this gray color light we were shining, so you will get such pattern. It is not simple 2 points as Newton was posing. Yeah, so light is acting as a wave and it is getting interfered. This wave and this wave met, combined, how they are meeting will result in what kind of pattern we are getting. So where we are getting crest and crust, we are getting constructive interference. So that is why we are getting bright spots. Yeah. So what will happen in between? So that is the question, right? There will be a gap. You will see the dark spots or no light. Now, why there is no light? So if we have learned about constructive, we have also learned about destructive interference. So if one wave is like going up and down like that, and you add another wave which is just reverse of it, right? Its crest meets the trough of it, then they will cancel out each other. So it will be flat line again. You will get no light. Light behaves like that. That is strange, right? It looks not intuitive, but that's what happens with the light. But we have not drawn any troughs here. Okay, so first let me draw troughs also. So we understood the bright spots, but I want you to understand this blank spots also. So in front of them, there should be crest meeting trough. So will that be true? Let's see. So first understand if one wave is like that, and I am drawing like that, so you will see if there are two crests, where will the trough? It'll be just sandwiched in between them, right? It'll be in between them. So we can easily guess where our crest or troughs will be. So if, see, this is one crest, 2, and other was at 4. So in between the point will be 3. So I can draw a dotted line circle to show that they are crests. And you see you are getting again interference, right? This point, can you note it down? Here, the crest of other wave is meeting the trough of which we have created, right? So I can create this. So 4, then it was a crest. Then at 5, there will be a trough. So again, I will draw dotted lines like that. And you are seeing that it is cutting somewhere, right? It is cutting somewhere. Let's see what I can do here. Let me draw troughs of this wave also. So 2, it was crest. Trough will be here. So here I will draw again. I'm getting the points. See the interference I'm getting. Let me draw. This is 4. So 5 will be trough again. So here it'll be, yeah, it looks a little bit messy, I understand, but you will get the point. If you draw with me, you will get the point. Don't worry. So this is how our final picture will look like. So you will understand. So see, observe these dotted lines. So when it is constructively happening, this bright spot is coming because see the crest and meeting. And if you see, look back, these lines trough and trough dotted lines are also meeting. So crest and meeting. And see, the trough and trough is also meeting. So that is why we are getting bright spots. See, if this example you see, this bright spot, crest and meeting. But look behind, the trough and trough are also meeting. That is why we are getting constructive interference. Now, can you find out where the crest and trough are meeting? Or a solid line with the dotted line? Can you get those points? See, this point, right? This point, right? So what will happen here? This cancellation will happen. We will not get any result. Their lights will cancel each other and you will not see anything here. So that is why we are getting such, pattern. We are not getting two simple dots and it will continue. We have only drawn this. So this pattern will continue like that. Okay, so why this is happening? Because if you see, you will see crest and troughs aligning with each other, and that is how it is. We can draw this diagram and get the answer. So this is the logical way of understanding with diagram that why light is giving us this pattern. Why two slit gives such a pattern, not simple two dots in front of these dots. Thank you.